Hello, hello, and welcome to Play This at My Funeral. I'm your host, Dina Susan Alabade. I am so excited to welcome you to our little enclave that is one part morbid curiosity and deep existential discussions, and a whole other part that's all about uplifting music recommendations, community building, and sharing in some amazing guests' company. Each episode features a fireside conversation with a guest who is going to tell us all about how they want to be celebrated when they're gone. And within each discussion, you're going to get music recommendations, hear about some incredible, poignant moments in our incredible guests' lives. Without further ado, let's get on with the show. Hello, Adam. Thank you for being my very first guest on Play This at My Funeral. How are you, friend?
I am doing great. First and foremost, I am grateful for you and our friendship and our relationship. Business, professional, personal. You've been a shining light over the last couple of years and really being a shepherd for me in the HR and TA tech industry. So when you came to me with this idea, we've spoken about music before. Music is life. Music is everything. In our house, we play music all the time. When we redid our kitchen a couple of years ago, we put in a full in-house Sonos just because we play music from the second we come downstairs in the morning and we shuffle it up. We play different moods. If it's an occasion, we got it queued up. It's ready to go. On the weekends, from the time we get up till the time we go to sleep, there's always music on. I have outdoor Sonos, indoor Sonos, and music is life. Music is life, and I'm excited.
Music is life.
Yes.
I love that. Music is life, and I think that extends far beyond generations and our living reality, because when you think about some of the music that has touched us the most, they are songs from decades and eons ago and from far-flung places. And there's a saying that math is the universal language of the world, but really it's music, even if it is in a specific language, like with lyrics in a specific language, because the instrumentals and the lead-ups and the highs and lows, they just do something inside of us. And I've danced my whole life. So I have been feeling that so much since I was choreographing my high school dance team numbers and continuing to dance well into my 30s and hopefully beyond in a couple of years.
Keep doing it. And this was such a fun exercise when you came to me with it, because I was thinking about this for a long time and I just needed the spark. And we'll get into it. We're going to unpack my playlist. I did my best to curate. It's not easy. This is not an easy, and it shouldn't be quick. And it's taken me maybe a month or so since you first, I don't know when this is going to air. And I keep tweaking. I tweaked it last night. I thought about adding a couple of songs. And I'll just give one little quick thing before we get into it. I noticed that there's two bands that I do not have on here that we'll get to in a little bit. One of them is U2 and the other one is Coldplay, that have both had very, very, very important things. And last night I watched Bono's Stories of Surrender, the Apple from his series at the Beacon with his book tour. And there's so many songs about U2. I've probably seen U2 up there with most shows I've seen besides Dave Matthews, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Wow. Oh,
but
yeah.
I didn't
we got to talk about DMV.
And I didn't put a U2 song in there. And I thought about it from two sides. One, did I just forget? And the second side, there's not one U2 song that jumps out at me. And then Coldplay, I think I just forgot. So I might add one back in there. And when I talk Coldplay, just for the record out there, I'm talking about the first three albums. They were influential, the first three albums, and then they went to pop EDM for my kind of style. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So as you could probably tell, I'm a podcast host, and I'm going to stop talking and let you drive.
You're the best. You are the ideal first guest. I mean, I have 10 tangents I want to go on, but I am going to get into the meat of this. I hear what you're saying about Coldplay, because the Fix You era, the Scientist era, my God.
Fix You makes me cry every time. That's why I didn't put it in there, because it makes me cry. And it makes me think about all the people in my life that have tried to fix me, that I've tried to fix. And I think I subconsciously left it out because it's a tearjerker for me. But there's other songs in here that are tearjerkers. So where do you want to go?
And I was going to say, I will say though, the Coldplay song Beautiful, which is like, has this weird Muppet music video, I kind of love, but it's in that EDM-y, poppy space. But anyway, we are digressing hardcore.
Yes.
And I want to say to everybody listening, I have given no parameters for making your own funeral playlist. I have future guests who are like, I need a certain number of songs. I can't do this. And I will tell everyone that right now, my playlist changes multiple times
Yes.
a week, and it's like pushing 7 hours. So
Yeah, I'm at 5 almost.
Yeah, my funeral is going to be more of like an Indian wedding that goes on for 3 days and just never has an end
Mine
time.
too.
I hope. I can only hope. But yeah, Adam, I want to kick off every episode by asking a little bit of a non-music question, which is, what's your funeral like? Is it a memorial service? Is it a celebration of life months later? Because I have specifics that I need, and I'll just say this one thing, which is everyone must wear lavender or purple, or they will not be admitted into the venue.
I love that. I love that. I vision it as a celebration. I think for,
Yes.
you know, if you want to get into it, I think for the immediate, you know, family, I think they want the religious ceremony. They're going to want to get that out of the way. We're Jewish. We got to bury us pretty quickly. We got to handle all that. But for those closest, everyone knows that wifey and I are very social beings with incredible tribes that overlap, and it would be a celebration. It has to be a celebration. That's the only way that this needs to go down. So you do something for the family, and then you do something for the friends. That's kind of how I envision it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that. Thanks for entertaining that question. I know we are both such upbeat people, and we're just like, let's get into the darkness, because I feel like the way to enjoy the lightness of life is to let yourself experience darkness. But here's a question for you. What would the soundtrack of your life be called?
Yeah, and it's funny too, because I was playing around with it a little bit this morning, and I went to our old friend ChatGPT for this one, because I am a power. Well, I'll tell you why. It's a very
new
technical
friend.
Yes, companion, not a friend. It's a companion. It's not your friend. By the way, people out there, stop saying please and thank you to ChatGPT. It doesn't recognize
wasting energy.
Wasting energy. You don't need to be polite to ChatGPT. No. So I use it all day long. It knows a lot about me professionally and personally. And the title it gave me, which I'm not going to use, is, quote, "Unfiltered Hustle Hits from the Heart and the Trenches." I don't really love it, right? but I do love the part that just hits from the heart and the trenches. So I would go a life story told through music, hits from the heart and the trenches, because I think it tells both sides of who I am. And you know, I thought about incorporating elements of like the Phoenix. I've had multiple rebirths in my career and my life, and you know, you'll link up this in there. And I did my best to put this in not in exact order, but there's definitely some moments in there from a lot of my good friends are professional DJs, and I believe a lot in programming and track selection. I think those are the two key elements to any proper set list. And you have to know your audience, and you want to take them on a journey, and you want to take them on a flow. So I start out, we'll get into it in a little bit, but I wanted a good intro song to kind of like get people's attention, and we'll get to that one in a minute. And the last, I would say, 10 tracks are very intentional. And there's also some tracks in the beginning too, which are kind of the early part in my life and my upbringing musically, and I'll give you a little insight into that. My mom, Woodstock, old hippie, so I have a very, very deep. That's another band I forgot to put in, Fleetwood Mac, but I think I put one in there. My mom instilled in me early on Fleetwood Mac and Jefferson Starship and the Beatles and all these classics and then Beatles are not in there at all either.
Oh, well, that's shocking. I feel like everyone needs a Beatles song.
And I have a few. So I think it was more of I had the thought when I was doing it and just maybe didn't put it in. But I'm going to go back and edit this before it airs a little bit. And then that was my first early musical influence. And then my parents, I don't recall playing baby music, and we don't do that with our kids at all. Nothing.
Yeah.
And my kids listen to everything. My little dude loves Phish, and I'll get to that in a second, which is crazy that almost 7-year-old he genuinely likes Phish. And it was really when I was 12, 13, and we moved from Brooklyn out to the suburbs here in Long Island. And my first friend, Josh Bennett, he had an older brother at the time that was, I think, a sophomore in high school. And Dazed and Confused just came out, and it's the soundtrack, and we'll get to that I love.
So good.
And that got me into, really at 12, 13, got me into Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and a lot of the classics. A lot of the real like classic vinyl classics, like the essential songs you need to know. So Dazed and Confused was such a big influence musically, and I think it's one of the best soundtracks out there for rock and roll. So with that, where do you want to go?
Well, let's start at the top because the first song you have is Hey Now by London Grammar. And I know London Grammar. I love them.
Beautiful.
But I had not heard this song before. And I think that's going to be my favorite part of this podcast is just literally discovering new music. And the buildup in this is so good. Okay, let's play. Let me play a clip.
Yeah, and you'll listening along, you'll hear why I picked it.
Can you hear it, Adam? Can you hear it? I mean, the vocals from London Grammar are just so haunting.
I mean, Hannah Reid is like. So this track is to really.
I'm gonna pause it.
The track here is to really bring you in, and I thought about the opening track, and it's just like I want people to slow down, and I'm setting them up for the journey here because it goes on a roller coaster. It goes on a roller coaster. And that's why I kind of went right into Smashing Pumpkins 1979 because that song is the quintessential.
So
it's a quintessential song for me that triggers me when we moved from Brooklyn to Long Island. It came out around that time.
Adam, we also have this very serious commonality that I just discovered. I grew up in Brooklyn, and when I was about 11, 12, my parents moved me from Brooklyn Carroll Gardens to Westchester. So northern suburbs, but still the like jarring plucking of the city kid and dropping into suburban life. Because as soon as you said that, I was like, my God, Smashing Pumpkins feels like me on the cusp of teenagehood. So I feel that such a good choice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's there's all those songs and then I kind of get into a little bit of Steve Miller Band. First of all, Steve Miller. Have you seen Steve Miller live?
No,
Okay.
I have not. I am not familiar with Steve Miller Band.
You will know
I've heard
you will know every
of
one of
them.
the songs. And he's
I'll
playing
know every song.
New Jersey. He's playing PNC right after towards the end of August. But if you want a fun night out last minute, you'll know every song. They're great. And oh my God, I forgot who his godfather is. It's Les Paul. Les Paul taught Steve Miller how to play guitar.
Oh,
and he is one of the most amazing. So if you could see Steve Miller Band, and there's so many hits in there too, and you hear things in Steve Miller Band's music that transcends time and space. There's spacey elements to it. There's real country bluegrass, rock and roll, blues stuff in there, and then he goes into like psychedelic in ways, and like it's just fantastic. So Steve Miller Band, I recommend. So that's
We're also making concert recs. Like this is the beauty of this show is just like music is life. You're going to listen, you're going to go to shows, you're going to discover new music and new friends. I'm obsessed. I'm going to have to re-listen to that because I did give your playlist a listen a couple of times the past couple of days so I could get in your headspace, which I think is, again, just...
It's all over the place though, right? It's eclectic.
But I love that. I mean, my own is totally wacky and wild. Like... But I love that because I think no one person is one note, is one genre of music, is one interest or hobby, or is like their job. You know, we are all so multifaceted. And I think the selections we make for our playlist and whether we have them in a random order, whether we like cherry pick the exact order of every song.
Close enough.
Speaks to who we are. There's a lot of Dave on here.
Yes.
There's a ton of Dave Matthews Band, and I am not but still, like, this is prime real estate on this special funeral playlist. So, like, to have multiple songs by an artist, I think says a lot. And I know you're a diehard fan. So, like, tell me why they're so meaningful to you.
Dave, and it's crazy too. I've been trying to get Dave on my podcast for years, and I have a couple of connections there, and whatever, yada yada. But it's a long shot. It's kind of like a dream guest there. Dave Matthews Band has been the soundtrack to my life for almost 30 years. One of my first we live out here on Long Island, right by Jones Beach Theater, which is one of my favorite venues ever. On a
Oh,
perfect
yeah,
night, there's
so
nothing
good.
better. I've been going to shows I've been going to shows at Jones Beach since 94, 95. Talking about Coldplay, we're talking about Steve Miller Band, who I've probably seen 20 times. Annual
Oh,
tradition is
wow.
Steve Miller Band's an annual tradition. It's 8 minutes from our house, Dina, right? So
Oh,
we
you can
go.
walk.
And we can
Get your
we
beach
go because
chairs.
it's just a great night. It's just a great night of music, and it hits
Yeah.
every note that you want. So when it comes to Dave Matthews, I take back to my senior year, senior year in high school when I really got into Dave, the early stuff. And for the most part, 15, 20 albums. Geez, how many albums they put out?
So many.
There's so
Like
many that,
nonstop.
and Dave Matthews Band has been the soundtrack to my life and my consistent. But the other real meaningful part about Dave Matthews is the connection that my brother and I have over Dave. And it's our common bond. There's things, we're close, we're not super close, but we bond over Dave, and we make an annual tradition every year. We go to his November show at the Garden. I don't think we miss aside from COVID and all that fun stuff,
Yeah.
it's been a consistent, and it's an annual tradition that just him and I do, no one else with us. And we have a great time together, but Dave is just Dave. And I think when Dave Matthews Band came out, it was the same time as you had Blues Traveler, you had the Black Crowes, you had some other great bands coming out,
Oh,
emerging at that
yeah.
time. The Crowes are out a little bit before that, but when you think about that, the sound of Dave Matthews Band was totally unique. You had a blend of violin, saxophone, country bluegrass, rock and roll, a little bit of psychedelic rock, and then you had some really deep tracks in there that were
Yeah.
just different than you've ever heard before. And so there's tracks in here that speak to me. I don't know how much you want to get into those, but there's certain songs here. Like, for example, the first one I have here, Crush.
Yeah.
It speaks to me a bit about relationships I had before I met my wife. Everyone's had a past life, and you got to park that, right? And it's one of those funny things where you're like, whatever happened between us before the minute we met doesn't count. You can't think about it. You can't do anything. You can't judge, right? You can't do any of that. But when I think about Crush now, the real reason it's not in the right order for this particular track.
Okay.
We love that song together. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful song. And a couple of years ago, we had the opportunity to see a solo Dave show at Irving Plaza. 750 people.
Oh, yeah. Such
Intimate.
a good location.
It was a
Such a good
Sirius
venue.
XM because I'm alumni there. We get membership has its privileges, and I remember we were just in the middle of the floor, and you don't really get to do this at a concert, but Dave is 30 feet in front of us just playing acoustic, and I had her wrapped up in my arms just in front of me, swaying. You don't get to do that much at con. You can move around in the seats a little bit, but it was just standing with Dave, and he was just piercing your soul on that one. So that's Dave Matthews.
I have to say, I have never been that into DMB. I obviously know the songs that we grew up with that were just always on the
commercial
on the radio. Crash and that I can sing that word for word right
Yeah.
now, and I'm not a fan. But I will say, I love that you just defend them nonstop to everybody.
Same with Phish.
Same with Phish. Yeah. I have a friend, and her husband is obsessed with Phish. It's possibly 50% of his personality. And I
don't go there. It does not define my personality at all. I enjoy them.
I feel like the things you like are part of your personality. But I feel I don't think I've ever heard a full Phish song except when listening to this.
So let me. There's two Phish songs on here, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But let me backtrack for a second on Phish for a moment here. So I had my typical Phish. I was, what years was I in college? 97 through 2021, and Phish were big college band. I mean, they came out in the late 80s, early 90s. And again, I go back to my friend Josh Bennett's older brother, Marty, and Marty got me into Phish early on, and that transcended through high school a bit. And then when I went to college, I went to my first Phish show in Cleveland. I was in Buffalo. We drove to Cleveland. We had a road trip. And I was kind of wow, this is different, right? This is hippy dippy central. People are doing some crazy shit over here in this parking lot. What are they doing out of those tanks? Is that helium? No, that's not helium. That's something else. And my first Phish show was in Cleveland. I forgot the year, whatever. I was like, this is pretty cool. So I went on a Phish run for a couple of years. And then I graduated college, and I kind of phased out of Phish for a bit. And I think it worked out well. And then about 7 years ago, my good friend Dan is like, it's time to come back to Phish. And in the last 7 years...
Return home.
Yeah, in the last 7 years, I've only seen Phish at the Garden. Madison Square Garden, which is my
Yeah, yeah.
church. Madison Square Garden. I am a Knicks fan, but I hate the Rangers. But for music, it's my church. I've seen Billy Joel there 1,000 times. That's another
I've
one.
seen Billy Joel there, but just
1,000
once.
times, 1,000 times, 1,000 times
Once
Billy.
for me, but he was great.
The garden is just, it's an energy. It's just the home. It's the mecca. It's the place. So when I got back into Phish, it was a different experience. And they've also elevated, and this is another very bold statement. The four of them musically,
Mm-hmm.
are arguably current music's best musicians right now. The four of them are improv, jazz. They don't set the set list before the show.
That's crazy to me. I can't even imagine.
5 years ago, how about this stat? 5 years ago, they did the Baker's Dozen, Midsummer, August. I forgot what year it was. They did 13 shows in 14 days, all improv, and they didn't repeat one song in 14 shows.
I can't. That is something that like my mind is incapable of comprehending. It is wild. Like that is a level of genius that so few people possess. That's very, very cool. Like whether you're a Phish fan or not, that's epic.
So that's like a big thing for me. And when I go there, I just lose myself and I enjoy it. I'm in the moment. And then this past year, December shows, the Christmas shows, I took my wife with our friends to her first Phish show because she wanted. And my wife is equally musically. Like, we have to be in our house.
Oh,
we have to have that.
It. Yeah.
And I took her to her first Phish show, and she turned to me at the end.
For marriage.
She goes, I get it. She goes, I may not love every song, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this. So we're going to Forest Hills on the 22nd of July, which is an amazing venue if you've never been there. Nice. Forest Hills Tennis Stadium. Well, they have tennis, but no one plays tennis there. But it's just good. It just feels good. And even if you don't know a song, you're just jamming to it. And it's just good jam. Like jam band is a big part of my musical DNA.
Okay.
But I'm not into the Dead.
Tell.
I'm not into the Dead.
Okay.
Special note. I appreciate them. I respect the hell out of the musically history. Few songs here or there. If someone said, hey, you want to go see Dead & Co. at the Sphere? Fuck yeah. Like, I'm going. Like, you got a ticket for me? Like, I'm going. But I'm not paying to go see the Dead.
Yeah. Well, I will say, like, you're talking about all these amazing venues, and I will say, I think I just went to my favorite venue this past Saturday. The venue was Asbury Park Beach, baby, because I couldn't get tickets to see the Bleachers at Summer
love the
Stage
Bleachers.
at Stone Pony.
So good.
But we went with our friends who live down there. We had an amazing brunch, dinner, lunch thing at Tallulah's, and we rode bikes to the beach at like 7:30 p.m. with our beach chairs and our drinks.
Nice.
And we danced in the sand and we could hear everything. And I was like, is this the best concert I've ever been to?
Beck Antonoff is so good. He's so good.
Well, lyrically, he's a genius. And I'm not like the biggest Taylor Swift fan, but like, of course, unlike all her fans, I love Tortured Poets Department because I needed that album for every breakup as a kid and as a young adult. And like, I got it now and I just like live vicariously through it. But the Bleachers, actually, Roller Coaster opens my own playlist.
Great song.
And it's such a good song because I want the funeral to start with like this like upbeat celebration of like rooting in who I am. And like she was born on a summer day and she was a damn roller coaster.
There you go.
And I mean, I think I want my funeral celebration of life to be kind of part dance party. Like we'll have a small annex with like my friend Bobby and like some of my dance friends. Just like if a song moves you, like please head to the annex and just dance it out.
Head over
dance
to the
that
annex.
Shit out. Dance that shit out. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, go.
I was just saying, I'm looking down my playlist here, and I also forgot one that I'd be remiss. There's a couple. Jackson Brown's not on here.
Okay, I don't know them at all.
No, Jackson Brown. Jackson Brown. Old school hippy dippy music. And I have a ton of Paul Simon on here, and I absolutely love Paul Simon. And another one that I forgot too is Sting, because Sting. Like all these I forgot there. Like there's a few Sting tracks.
But like Sting or the Police?
Interchangeable for the most part. For the most part. I mean, you could go old school Police. Synchronicity is one of my favorites. But I mean, there's just such beautiful, like Desert Rose, Fields of Gold. I mean, I could go on and on about Sting.
I love Desert Rose.
Desert Rose is so these are things I'm going to add back into this playlist the more I think about it.
Hell yeah.
But when I come to Paul Simon, I dance with my mom. So there's a couple tracks on here. I dance with my mom to Loves Me Like a Rock, Paul Simon. on here at our wedding. And Led Zeppelin, Thank You, is our wedding song. And there's a lot of tracks in here that are meaningful at certain moments, certain moments of my life that are like us. Like, for example, one that's critically important to my relationship with my wife is Stubborn Love. Lumineers in there, Stubborn Love.
Oh, so good.
And that one was critical because that was early stages of dating, and I was at a work trip in Omaha, Nebraska, like in the middle of nowhere. I was at a call center for work, whatever. I'm like literally in the middle of nowhere, and it's like blizzard, and the flight's about to get canceled. I'm like, how the fuck am I getting home from Omaha, Nebraska in like the middle of the winter? And we were talking about this song the day before, and I go back into the hotel bar, and it's literally playing in the bar. As I was just talking, I'm getting the chills thinking about this because it was like
I am.
And that song. Every time I hear it, I'm just like, I don't. When there's a song that's meaningful to you, and I'll get to one at the very end, which is "Goose, Give It Time," which I want to wrap with that song.
Yeah. Okay. I have so many questions before that. Though.
When you hear a song, that's a moment of your life for a reason. So with that, toss it back to the host.
Oh my God. Yes. I mean, your playlist has also so many songs I would never have expected you to put on here, Poz. Like Frozen by Madonna.
Oh,
for me, let's get into that.
I'm going to tell you the exact story on that one. It's a good one.
Because this is literally the song of me breaking up with every middle school and high school. I was just like, oh my God, it is. I have to play a little moment from this. Like, I have to. So
set it up, and I'm gonna give you why this song.
Yeah, so, please. I'm just so obsessed with this song.
I've never seen. Wifey and I we love Madonna, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. Madonna's fantastic.
Agreed. Agree.
Top 10, whatever you want to put her in. This song is very different. Madonna song. It's not poppy. It's beautiful, but here's the kicker on this one. Right before COVID, we're big on surprises in my family, in our relationship. Surprise everything.
That.
There's nothing better than an authentic surprise in life. Pure, nothing. You surprise somebody, it's everything. So, give a second. So what I want you to think about as a dancer here, I'm going to set this up for you. 2019, Madonna did a very special avant-garde series at the Brooklyn Academy of Music.
I did not know this.
So this is right before COVID, maybe late 2018. It was theatrical, avant-garde. You have to find the videos because you weren't allowed to have your phones in. You had to put the phones in a bag. So for this song,
so they professionally did it.
So for this song, big screen comes down, and Madonna is dancing, synced up to the video of her daughter Lourdes doing the same dance on the stage in black and white. And I still get chills thinking about it. And I turn to my wife and go, this is the best fucking Madonna song ever.
Well, I don't know if it's the best one ever.
Well,
I will say,
Like a Prayer is still pretty damn good.
That's a great song. But actually, I am like, there's so many damn good Madonna songs. The Power of Goodbye is the Madonna song on my playlist.
Huh? Not judging. I just wouldn't put that in I like that song.
It's a little on the nose, but I'm a little on the nose. I'm a little too earnest, and I love that about myself. The Power of Goodbye is just another one from this same album. What is this? Ray of Light? Yeah, Ray of Light.
It's a good album.
I like. You don't like this song?
It's a good song. There's nothing wrong. I wanted to put one Madonna song on there.
Okay,
this is a great song.
Mine.
It's a very electronic Madonna album, which is Madonna's dance. Madonna's dance music. Madonna, and then we went 2 years ago. Got it for her birthday. I splurged. I got really good tickets at the Garden when she did her complete discography,
that was
and it was
so recently. It was
2 years ago. Yeah, it was January last year.
Good?
Oh, it was fantastic. I splurged on the good seats, and there's a difference too. So here's another thing we're trying to do more.
Yeah.
At this stage of life, go to a concert. You don't have to sit front row, but get good seats. Don't sit all the way up atop in the nosebleeds. You're not gonna feel it. And at the Garden, you have to be in the 100s or lower if you have to.
Okay.
Because hot tip. Because otherwise, you're not. You want to be in the show. You want to be in. You want to be part of it. You want to feel it. And if you're sitting all the way up, you're kind of a spectator versus an active participant.
Yeah, feeling being one with the music and what's happening on stage. No, I get that. I totally get that.
Where we go? Where we going here?
We're going to go Death Cab because this song is too good. It's just
Which
like,
one?
it is I Will Follow You.
I mean, it's
perfect.
It's cliche, but it's
purpose.
perfect. Yeah.
It's cliche, but I feel like this is a universal one that could work so well.
But do you see what's right above that in the playlist?
Let's go to Give It Time, Goose. This is the one you were talking about.
Yeah. So Goose is in the same vein as Phish, but they're not as good, and they're like the Phish.
So why'd you put this instead of Phish on the playlist?
Well, Phish is on there.
Oh yeah, we were talking about U2 and Coldplay. My bad.
Storm behind your eye.
Oh, this is pretty.
Let it go a minute.
All of the questions
You'll get it.
as you lie awake at night. Is this really what I wanted? Will I ever be anything but a pretender living inside of a dream? Give it time.
Oh.
Go ahead and give it hell.
Oh.
Give it all.
Oh.
Give it up for something else. It's a revelation. It's a hallelujah.
Oh,
It's
shit.
the nature of the spirit.
There it is. Damn, great choice.
So that
I
one.
feel it. You feel it.
Yeah. So this is
Take a step back from the race.
this is a tough one. This one is this is my fight song right now. Yeah, this track came at the right time when you need a song to attach to a moment. And without getting into too much detail, going through my own little health battle right now, and this song, the first time I heard it, the lyrics, the melody, and then at the end there's a huge crescendo at the end. It's a beautiful song by Goose. I don't like the rest of their stuff, but this is a great song. And it's on the radio all the time. And there's times when I could listen to it and not tear up. There's times when, depending who's in the car with me, if the kids are in the car, I really can't listen to it.
Oh,
There's times I can. There's times I can with them, and they know it. And this is a song that gets you through it. It's to really just harness what you're going through and to embrace the moment and the ups and downs of it and where it's going to take you. And I'm a big believer in anthems for moments in life. I'm a big believer in fight songs. I'm a believer in every song. You know, I look at like Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros Home. Great one hit wonder album. I don't know where the heck they've been, but you take a song like that too, and that song is just about, it's cliche from like the wording, like the lyric standpoint, but everything about that song is just, home is wherever I'm with you. Home is wherever I'm with you. And like, that's the definition of home. It doesn't have to be a physical dwelling. It's just, we're together. And it's just a feel good song. And then
I love that.
You know, I looked at
beautiful.
and just one moment on Phish there, backwards down the number line.
Back to Phish.
No, but there's a reason. There's a reason. This is a birthday song. This is a song about birthdays. And I sing this song. We play this song for everyone in our family's birthday on their birthday. We play blasting it in the house in the morning, as I mentioned earlier. It's just a birthday song. It's called Let's All Take a Ride Backwards Down the Number Line. And it's the story of Trey, the lead singer, and his best friend growing up, and their stories of their birthdays together. It's just a feel-good song. And I also sing a version of this to my kid every night. I switch around the lyrics a little bit. And then the same thing with the last song, second to last song, which is Lullaby by Billy Joel. I sing a version of that to my kids. Well, my daughter's not 13, so she doesn't want to be sung to anymore. But my little dude, that's what I close with every single night when I put him to sleep. And that's why it's at the bottom of right before Depeche Mode, which is
that song is epic. Enjoy the silence.
That's so there you can see I'm getting a little tongue-in-cheek cliche on the point because I want to close it out. And then
So I mean, listen, cliches are cliches for a reason. And also when it comes to music, I hate when people shame other people for liking poppy music, cliche music, cheap music, like Something Just Like This by Coldplay.
What song?
Something Just Like This.
Oh yeah, it's a good song. I don't mind. It's a good song.
My husband and I walked out into our wedding reception for wedding number 2. It was not a 2020 wedding. I did 2 weddings before that was popular because I wanted my New York City wedding at the Conservatory of Flowers on 104th Street, and then dinner at Tavern on the Green with 10 people.
Love
and
it.
then my husband is a Jersey guy, so we did
big
the
family wedding.
DJ at a country club.
Party.
Party.
Well,
Fist bumps, lots of. But back to this is just, yeah.
There was a new edition on there from the weekend I put in last week.
Oh, really?
Last weekend.
Oh.
Last
Which
Saturday.
song?
Natalie Merchant Carnival.
Oh.
And I'll tell you the reason why. So last Saturday, I had the afternoon to myself. Everyone was gone, and I needed a reset. I'm going through some stuff. I needed a reset. I wasn't being my best self in the morning. And what I do is I put on music. And I put on Sirius XM The Spectrum, and this song comes on.
This is not a paid ad for Sirius XM.
No. But flip that on for a second.
Okay, hold on. Where am I? Where am I
You're
going?
at number 42.
Oh, God, you are so good at this.
I have it up.
I got it up. I can picture this music video on VH1 and me as a 13-year-old.
It's so good. It's so good. That deep bass on that right there. It's just such a good song.
Natalie Merchant is pretty great. She was
10,000
Maniacs. Oh
which
my
Unplugged,
God.
Which Unplugged is one of the greatest Unplugged albums.
Yes, 100%.
And her voice.
I love 10,000 Maniacs. Like their rendition of Because the Night is like so good. And for a long time, I did not know that was originally written by Patti Smith. And then I read every book that Patti Smith ever wrote.
And Bruce covers it, because.
My God. Oh, Bruce's cover of Because the Night.
It's loud, it's hard, it's fast, it's good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Where else are we going here? There's so many good stuff.
I want to just talk to you about something right now because you talked about your kids so much.
Yeah.
And we share that in common. We've talked since we met. We talk a lot about being parents and how that influences how we show up in life and in work and in the hard times. And for me, my son's name is Jude. So the first thing anyone says when he meets them is, "Oh, like Hey Jude." And I'm like, "Hell yes, like Hey Jude."
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole other reason for why he's named Jude. My husband is Jewish, and in the Jewish tradition, you use the first letter of a deceased family member's name to honor the 4 fathers and 4 mothers that we have descended from. And my husband lost his father when he was really young, and it was, huge. It just shakes up everything to your core. And we use the J for Jude, but also I'm Arab. My husband's Jewish. So our Peace in the Middle East baby Jude has so many meanings. His name Jude in Arabic means generosity.
I love it.
And
it's beautiful.
He is super generous. He's always sharing food and wanting you to be welcoming everyone into the fold. And in Hebrew, it means praised one. And I'm like, yep, this name is so good. But Jude has so many meanings. Like, I'm going to go on a tangent here, but
please,
Hey Jude is a little bit easy, right? But I'm putting this, I'm going to, if and when he gets married, I am dancing with him to Hey Jude. I am putting it on my funeral playlist to honor, my relationship with my son. And he, when he first started talking, we always played this song for him. Since he was born. He sings it in such a cute way. And I remember, before he was really talking, he was 1.5. And he'd be like, "Hey, Jude, don't make it bad." And then he would get to this part and he would just say, remember, remember, remember.
That high note is a hard note. Remember.
But he didn't know. I know, but he didn't know the lyrics. This little dude didn't know the lyrics. But it was just, all of that to say, are there any, I feel like Lullaby is for your son. Are there any other songs that are just for your kids on this playlist?
Yeah, there's a few. And oh my God, you're doing something right with your kids. My daughter, I got her one of those little JBL speakers, and because she wanted to play music in the shower, and I'm like,
nice.
but she left for camp yesterday, which was sad. Whatever, 4th summer sleepaway.
Sleepaway?
Yeah,
Oh
fourth
my God.
summer.
I don't think I could do that as a parent.
My little one's going to be the earliest one going next year. We have kid-free
Oh
summer
God.
2026. Well earned, if you know what I mean here.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so
You deserve it.
so a couple weeks ago, I'm like standing by her by the door, and I'm like, "What are you listening to?" And she's listening to the two. So I haven't been ordered here for a reason. I have MGMT Kids, which is just such a. It's just a great. It's like I can listen to it in full every time. Literally followed by Peter, Bjorn, and John Young folks, and she had them in that order. So she gets out of the shower. I'm like, Nina. I'm like, those aren't like, and I'm like, where did those come from? She's like, oh, we love those songs. I'm like,
Gossip Girl. I have to tell you,
and
you have like half the Gossip Girl soundtrack on your list.
But I've not watched one episode ever in my life. I've not watched one episode. These are songs that we relate to, and she just had her bat mitzvah a couple weeks ago, and those two songs, I put them there because they were the back and forth of the montage I made for her, and they just work together. They just work. The two songs work perfectly from a programming standpoint.
Yeah,
and right before that, there's another
together.
song. There's another song you mentioned in your notes, and I would be remiss if I didn't talk about it. The National, I Need My Girl. It's you want to play a little clip from that?
Let me. You know the number because you have it up. You're so good.
Let's go to number 9.
Number 9. Yes, this is another song that we had in common. Oh, and also I am picturing so much because I had 2 introductions to the song. One was the movie Entourage when E's ex-girlfriend Sloane is giving birth and they haven't talked in a while, and he's running through the hospital to go to his daughter's birth. And
it's in the Entourage movie?
Yes.
Oh.
Fun fact. And then the second one is I was introduced to a couple of bands by this Irish guy I randomly dated for a month in 2013 or something. And what we bonded over was music. We bonded over Damien Rice because I'm obsessed with Damien Rice. And he introduced me to the Nationals, Magic Numbers, Airborne Toxic Event. This song is everything for a funeral playlist.
So this was kind of interesting. So I've been meaning to see the National for a while. My friends love the National, and for some reason, there's bands that you haven't seen. There's a couple of them on my list. So I had 4 tickets last year for the National and the War on Drugs at Forest Hills. War on Drugs, another great band. They're in there too. Beautiful, just great music. And War on Drugs opened up, and for some reason, we had 2 extra tickets. Someone dropped out, and we couldn't get anybody to take these tickets. And I'm like, it's the National. Like, we have great. It's a summer night at Forest Hills, and we've never seen them. And Matt Benninger, lead singer of the National, his voice just resonates. It's like
it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful, and like when you hear him live, there's just something about his tone, his resonance. Like,
yes, what is it? It's like not raspy per se, deep, and just like there are these like inflections when he says
inflections.
It's a little bit folksy.
Yes.
Right? That's maybe what the word is.
And the music's dark and heavy.
So,
and the music's dark and heavy, which I like.
Yeah.
I like dark and heavy music.
Same.
And the band is tight as could be. And it was a beautiful night. And I think it was like midsummer, and I was missing my daughter. And she was away at camp, and I was just missing her. And it was just like the moment, like time and place. Like my daughter is the empathy sun, the moon, the Holy Spirit. Like she's what you need when you need it. And I, missed her. And that song spoke to me, and you could interpret so many songs. You could interpret it as a romantic partner. You could interpret it as a daughter, a sister, some female love, any relationship.
Your old friends.
Yeah. And I think that's the beauty of music, is how you interpret it in that moment. So for me, it's not about my wife, that song. That song is about my daughter. That song, really speaks to me. And then, for example, if you go a couple down there to Tom Petty, Crawling Back to You. First of all, I want to make a statement about this album. This is Wildflowers. Yeah. My first concert ever was Tom Petty Wildflowers tour, Nassau Coliseum. I think it was 1994, 95.
Awesome.
In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I think it's, if not the greatest, one of the top 5 greatest albums of all time. And when I define greatest albums, I define a greatest album is something you could listen to beginning to end without taking it without
no skips.
No skips. And another album is the reason I have it on there is Arcade Fire, The Suburbs.
Oh,
There's tracks
like
on there that I don't love, but you listen to it because it's a story, right? Like when you think about The Wall's a story, right? The Wall's a rock opera. Tommy the Who is a rock opera, right? Like the Who Tommy, these are concept albums. And that song, we don't have to play it, but anyone out there, I want you to check this song out. This song reminds me of some of those early parts of my relationship with my wife when you're figuring things out. Is this going to work? Are we going to stick this out? Trust me on this one.
This is for her. That's for her. Oh, that's awesome. See, what I love most about this exercise, like I'll say it again, I have discovered so much music from you and I'm obsessed. We also have, I think we should probably wrap this up, even though like maybe we need a part 2. I'm just going to have pause, like kick off every season I do of this ever in eternity, for eternity, in perpetuity. That's what I was looking for. But I
could just do a hip hop one too, which would take me a lot of work.
Oh,
there's a couple of Wu-Tang. I have a lot of Wu-Tang, and I have a lot of Wu-Tang in here because Wu-Tang is the other side of me that people don't expect.
Don't see. Yeah,
and I go hard on Wu-Tang, and I love Wu-Tang from like long time. And there's some, lyrically when you I like to read lyrics.
Me too.
I like to read lyrics. I like to really understand what people are saying, and I like to look it on paper without the lyrics. And I mean, some of the best hip hop writing is when I think about Nas, when I think about Wu-Tang Clan, when I think about East Coast. Like for me, it's East Coast. Yes, I appreciate West Coast hip hop. I love Snoop. But for me, it's East Coast.
Lighter. East Coast goes deep.
Yeah.
East Coast hip hop lyrically is like tackles a lot of deep topics from our lives, which is like amazing. But yeah, so the last thing I'll talk to you about is the XX, because I'm obsessed with the XX. I feel like nobody knows them. I've seen them in concert so many times. And I'm like, oh yeah, I saw that in concert
Jamie
the other
with
year.
X, like the whole group, or just Jamie? Like they're because Jamie's on tour. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it was a couple years ago. No, my friend. This was like 15 years ago.
He just did a residency at the Brooklyn Armory this winter, by the way.
That's awesome.
It was just him. Yeah.
The song you have on yours is called On Hold, which I hadn't heard before.
What?
Yeah, because I'm like,
I don't blame you.
oh,
We got carried away. I can't hold on.
London Grammar, Jamie, like same.
Oh, London Grammar's so good.
You found and you start to orbit.
I love the XX, and actually like the song that's on mine is called Stars, which is
Great song. Yeah.
I am going to choreograph to it. So I have like a little Substack, as you know, because you're also such a supporter. Like honestly, this is like my phrase of the year. All we have is community.
Yeah.
Because it keeps coming up, but like you're such a big supporter of everything I do, and like vice versa. I would do anything to help.
It's a great song.
This song, I'm going to choreograph to it this summer because I just like been like living in my body.
There you go.
Oh, well, I'm just going to sit here and dance on my podcast.
It's so funny. Like I'm scrolling through here, and there's I've sent this to so many friends because we share music all the time, and like then I'm also like, they're like, I've been meaning to do that also. I'm like, you don't have to do it all at once. I'm like, just start it and then just add, like you hear something and now you finally have like I have house music playlists because I collect house music sets, and I have thousands and millions of hours from all my friends that are DJs and everything, and I curate that a bit. But when it comes to music like this, like we were talking about it, like how'd I miss Sting? How'd I miss Coldplay? Because in the moment, what just wasn't speaking to me at the moment. It wasn't top of mind. So you go with your gut here. Like for example, like I put in here, like late, I put in Hold Me Now, Thompson Twins. And I can't get this song out of my head. I can't, number 44.
Okay, let me go.
You'll know it.
Get there. Of course. Oh, of course. Hold me now. Whoa.
It's so good.
Love.
It's such a good song. Are you kidding me?
It's also
Stay
in,
with every movie.
Oh,
it's in every age.
Just finish all my sentences.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is good. It's so good.
So there's a lot of stuff in here that's like
Yeah.
my hits, my staples, my foundation. There's things in here that are just feeling at the moment, at the right time and place. There's other things just because I freaking like it. Like
Yeah.
I close out towards the end. I wanted one last dance banger, and there's nothing better than Donna Summer. I feel loved. Like it's just I feel loved. I'm happy that everyone's here at my funeral. And then I'm gonna bring you down a bit. We're gonna go into Wish You Were Here. We're gonna hit up Enjoy the Silence. I'm gonna hit you with the heartstring of Lullaby because that's the last song I sing. And then as cliche as it's gonna be Shine On. It's gonna be Pink Floyd Shine On.
Oh,
And it's
such a
Shine
good
On You
ending.
Crazy Diamond. And that's always been kind of the jam there. But then there's some, Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me, little
I mean,
cliche. Like,
on the nose, obsessed. I love it. As it should be.
yeah.
It's your funeral. Play
My
what
funeral,
you
I'm playing what I
want.
want. Yeah,
Fuck-
exactly.
fuck
I do what I want.
yeah.
I'm dead. You're not. Yeah.
Oh my God, pause. I am obsessed with your playlist.
Thank you.
So thank you from the bottom of my
Sure.
heart and the trenches here
Yes.
for being my first guest, for guiding me through this crazy world of podcasting, which I'm already like loving. Thank you so much for everything,
Oh, it's so
friend.
much fun.
And just like encouraging everyone, like start your playlist, curate your playlist, update it, share it with friends. I love that you've been sharing it with everyone.
And now when you're having a summer party or a house, like when you're having people over, be like, I'm just gonna play it, and people are like, you don't have to say it's a funeral playlist. Do not say it's a funeral playlist because
I have
the
a
first
new
thing that people
playlist for
did.
you.
Yeah, but okay, I've been curating a playlist here because people are like, oh, you're going through some stuff. Does this mean you're dying? I'm like, I'm not fucking dying. Like, I'm just
No,
putting
hell
music
no.
together because someone asked me to put a playlist together for a podcast, and we're going to call it my funeral playlist. I also didn't know what picture to put for it, so I picked my Ghostbusters picture because I have it up on my wall right
I know.
there. It's
I
right there.
love it. I love
Big.
it.
It's like a
Pause.
5 foot by 4 foot picture right there. See, it's right there.
Pause.
See, it hasn't left. Look, see, it's right there. There it is. There they are.
Ah!
Ghostbusters are hanging on
It's
my
so
my
good.
wall. Yep.
It's so good. Pause. Thank you for joining me. This has been the absolute best. And I love that. That's an action for everyone. Make your playlist, but also play those playlists and celebrate your life
Yes.
now. All right.
Well, for the
We'll
moment.
talk later.
Thank you, Dina. Thank you so much for having me. And everyone out there, tune in. This is the good, fun stuff.
This is the fun stuff. And you got to take the joy where you can.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Thanks for having me.
That's our show for today. Thanks for joining us on Play This at My Funeral, where we go really deep and a little morbid, but we keep it upbeat nonetheless. If you like today's episode, please like and subscribe wherever you get your audio fixes, Spotify, Apple Music, etc. Leave us a 5-star review and a comment. Let's get into some conversations. What music did you discover today? You can always get more Play This at My Funeral with the full video podcast episodes on YouTube. Feel free to follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Play This at My Funeral podcast. And if that's not enough of me, you can subscribe to my Substack newsletter, Write, Dance, Repeat. For more information, you can head to dinasusanalabade.com. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.